First off, I'd like to introduce a new playlist to my channel called Repurposed Smartphones. What I do is take old or cheap smartphones and use them for purposes other than a phone. You can find this on other channels as well, but what I do different when I repurpose a phone is modify it and make it better at its new purpose than if you were to take that same phone and use it as is with no modifications. For instance, if you watch my video converting a cheap smartphone into a dash cam, I added a permanent wide-angle lens to the phone to give it that dash cam view of the road. After I made the video, I also added a 128GB SD card to give it a lot more space for video files. I plan to do a lot more of these smartphone mods, which brings us to the other reason for my video today. In creating content for repurposed smartphones, I do have a few phones I can use for projects, but I'll eventually need more. This is where I thought it would be a good time to talk about one of the ways I find cheap smartphones. I think some of you may even find it interesting that there are such ridiculously cheap, decent quality phones that go on sale regularly. I'll show you how I spec my phones and what I do to find the best deals on them. Okay, it's that time of the year when I look for cheap phones, and of course, that would be Black Friday. From what I can tell, this is the only time of the year you can get a fairly good quality phone for less than $50. I've done some research already and I've found this year's candidate for best cheap phone to buy for my projects, but I want to show you how I came to my conclusion. Okay, let's take a look at the Target ad first, because this was the first one I got an email for about 2 weeks ago from today. And today is the weekend before Black Friday. So they sent their ads out pretty early. And yeah, the only thing about Target was they didn't have that many phones that fell within my specs. Basically the only phone they had was this, if I can get it to show up. Oops. Come on. Was this $49.99 one? The track phone LG Rebel 4. That's the only thing they have at Target that meets my specs. Alright, so here is the Walmart ad. And as you can see from even the first page and the next few pages, they have a lot of electronic equipment on sale, or that will go on sale. And as we reach the phone section, you can see there's 3 phones that fall into my specs. And if you notice, the one on the left is the same phone that's at Target, that LG Rebel 4. Only difference is at Walmart it's $10 cheaper. At Target it was, I think, $49 something, and here at Walmart it's going to be $39.88. And this, you know, you can get a bigger screen if you want, or bigger battery. The only thing that doesn't quite meet the specs but is almost there is, you notice that 1.4 GHz CPU, and I kind of try to look for 1.5. I don't know if that will make a big difference or not. I guess it depends on the phone and the manufacturing, but if that's the case right now, you know, having to deal with the fact that I'm going to get a slower CPU, I would probably try and go for the lower price. So right now the LG Rebel 4 looks good from Walmart. Okay, and of course we can't forget about Amazon. Even though I've mentioned in the past, during the big sale days, you know, Prime Day, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, I usually don't shop on Amazon because, for me anyway, the things that I search for, it seems like the prices go up instead of down. And I've noticed that, like, you know, when I monitor prices, like a month before it's pretty cheap, maybe 2 months before. And then as it gets closer to those big sale days, I start noticing the prices going up. And then, you know, they give you like a 20% or 15% discount, but that only brings it down to just above what the cheapest I had found earlier, 2 months earlier. It's still higher than that price. So I usually don't even bother looking on those days. I check, but I don't really plan on buying because I kind of know they keep doing that every year. But anyway, as I said before, I had already researched the phones, and on Amazon, it seemed like of the three that were at Walmart, the only one they had on Amazon was the LG Rebel 4. So let's search for that one. And if you scroll down, they have a whole bunch of Rebel 4s on sale from different businesses, and the cheapest one though was this one right here for $50.99, and that's still like $1 more than the Target price, which is pretty good. It's at least they're pretty close to what the brick and mortar retail stores are selling it for on their sale price. So that's not too bad. At least they're getting better. It looks like I'm going to be getting the one from Walmart that was $39.88. I think the only way I'd get this phone is if they actually had that on, if it stayed at $50.99 and maybe on Black Friday they gave 15% off. I think, would that bring it below? That would be 45. Actually, no, it would have to be like 20% off. Then it would beat the Walmart price, which is kind of nice because I actually have a lot of other things that I have on a wish list on Amazon that I want to buy, but I'm holding off right now. But anyway, so far it's the Walmart phone. So that's how I restock on project phones every year. It's still about 5 days before Black Friday, and this year I'm thinking I'll probably buy 3 of those LG phones. I want to use one for personal use. Then my current phone, which was last year's project phone purchased during Black Friday, can become a used project phone along with the 2 remaining brand new LGs. Watch for more repurposed smartphone videos coming soon. If you have a unique idea for how I can repurpose a smartphone, leave a comment below. That's all for now.